Peace be upon you. The use of chemical weapons by the Sudanese army is not a recent development. In the war of April 15th of the year 2023, several international and local reports documented that the Sudanese army used chemical weapons against the Sudanese people in both Darfur and Kordofan, as indicated by the page of the Justice and Equality Movement led by Jibril Ibrahim, Minister, the current authorities of Port Sudan, who fought alongside the army against the Rapid Support Forces in the year 2013, stated that the Sudanese army used chemical weapons against them and against the residents of those areas, and they were harmed. And the sample and type of weapon were also examined, and the information was verified. Several international reports in Darfur indicated that entire villages were abandoned or completely wiped out, exterminated using chemical weapons by the Sudanese army through airstrikes in the war of April 15. When Al-Burhan came out and said, "We will be forced to use deadly weapons," his deputy or assistant to the commander-in-chief of the Sudanese army, Yasser al-Atta, supported him and said, "We will use deadly weapons as much as possible or as available."
بنستخدم فيها أكبر غدر يسمح به السيد القائد العام من القوى المميتة.
After that, these weapons were used in Mount Moya, affecting some areas in the Gezira project and causing side effects and epidemic diseases for the residents and even insects at that time. Chemical weapons were also used in the Hilaliya area in Al Jazeera state, killing hundreds of citizens due to water and environmental contamination in the area. Chemical weapons were also used in the north of Khartoum in the Jili area. Videos documented, according to reports received by France 24, that the Sudanese army used chemical weapons in this area, and employees of the Jili refinery, including engineers and technicians, were affected. The Sudanese army also used chemical weapons at the radio and television headquarters and the Republican Palace area in Khartoum. Chemical weapons were also used in the city of Babnusa, away from the media, as well as in South Darfur and North Darfur, especially in the Melit area. And Al-Kauma is one of the most affected areas, and there are videos documenting this incident by changing the color of the water to yellow, indicating the presence of mustard gas.
ترى الشغل ما مفهوم بمبان، ما مفهوم حاجة ثانية. ضموا مربط بحبال لدر.
International positions, several international bodies, organizations, and countries condemned the Sudanese army's use of chemical weapons against the Sudanese people. The United States also demanded that the Sudanese army acknowledge its use of chemical weapons, warned it against using them again, and requested cooperation with relevant organizations to avoid the effects of these weapons.
In May of this year, the United States announced its determination that the government of Sudan used chemical weapons in 2024. We made this determination after rigorous analysis. Let me be unequivocal. The use of chemical weapons is unacceptable, and Sudan's actions have been in violation of the convention. After making this determination, we imposed sanctions on Sudan in June. These sanctions are not symbolic gestures. They are the first step in holding Sudan accountable for its actions. Accountability is not optional. It is the cornerstone of this convention's credibility. Despite our continued engagement with its government, we remain concerned about the potential for further use of chemical weapons and other unjustifiable acts of violence in Sudan. Recent reports in international media have also alleged the use of industrial chlorine gas as a weapon in Sudan in 2024. We note Sudan's stated commitment to investigate the situation and recognize the efforts of its National Technical Committee, but stated commitments are not sufficient. The government of Sudan must immediately acknowledge its violations, cease any further use of chemical weapons, and fully cooperate with the OPCW to address these violations. Sudan must demonstrate genuine leadership and take concrete steps to come back into compliance with the convention. President Trump has no tolerance for the horrific actions by all parties that include obstructing the delivery of food to starving civilians, impeding humanitarian workers, and committing gross violence against civilians. The United States stands ready to support Sudan in its efforts to return to compliance. This support is contingent on Sudan taking genuine, verifiable steps to fulfill its obligations under the Convention, just as we need and expect to see Sudan take important, meaningful steps on all fronts to alleviate the suffering.